So, dear students, let's start working on those assignment questions what I gave in the last couple of days on theory of equations. The first question what I gave is something like this. Before I proceed further, could you please confirm that you are able to hear my voice very clearly and able to view the screen properly, dear students? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the question is that find the range of the expression for all permissible values of theta. You can let me know how you proceed to this question. So first what we'll write, dear students, is that we will write y is equal to that given expression, whatever the expression is given to us. Okay, that is cot square theta plus 5 into cot square theta plus 10 divided by cot square theta plus 1. Cot square theta plus 1. Now, dear students, if we make that cot square theta plus 1 is equal to x, so this is our equation 1, and let us assume that cot square theta plus 1 is equal to x. Then if we apply this thing in this equation 1, then what we are going to get? Y is equal to x plus 4 into x plus 9 divided by x. I hope you agree to me, dear students. Correct or not? And this implies y is equal to, we can write is that x square plus 13 into x plus 36 divided by x. This implies y is equal to x plus 13 plus 36 by x, since x cannot be equal to 0. How we can keep that x cannot be equal to 0? Because, dear students, if you see that we wrote cot square theta plus 1 equal to x, this implies what? This implies x belongs to the closed interval 1 up to infinite for all theta. Whatever the value of theta you can choose, that 1 plus cot square theta should be greater than equal to 1. 1 plus cot square theta is greater than equal to 1. And hence, that x also greater than equal to 1. That means is that x belongs to the closed interval, 1 to infinite open interval. So, what we'll end up with is that y equal to x plus 13 plus 36 by x. Now, what we can do out of it? Okay. So, let's see. The question is that we need to find the range of that expression. So, here we are not getting a quadratic equation, dear students, right? If we get a quadratic equation, there is a very straightforward method what we have learned in the earlier classes. So as it is a little different, so let's see how we can use the conventional method of completing the square. So x, we can write square root of x whole square plus the third term in the previous statement, that is 36 by x, we can write 6 by square root of x whole square. Correct? No? And then we can write that minus 2 into square root of x into 6 by square root of x, that is minus 12. as it is minus 12, so to adjust it, I write plus 25 so that it should be 13 as it is there in the previous step, dear students. So then what we are going to get, dear students, from here? We get y is equal to square root of x minus 6 by square root of x whole square plus 25. Now for any x from 1 to infinite, as you see above in the domain of definition, that square root of x minus 6 by square root of x whole square should be always greater than equal to 0, na, dear students? Correct or not? So that means what we can get, the range of y is the closed interval 25 up to infinite. Any doubt, dear students? Is it absolutely clear? And you see how well we have derived it from, by means of the substitution, cot square theta plus 1 equal to x. The given function was a trigonometric, given expression was a trigonometric expression, and from there we efficiently transform into a algebraic one. Okay, so what I was telling is that if you see into this particular one, this is a trigonometric expression, and we transform it to an algebraic expression by means of this substitution, cot square theta plus 1 equal to x. So this is the solution to the first question what I gave on the day before yesterday's class. So now let me go back to the the assignments what I gave yesterday, and let us start working on this. The next question, dear students, what I gave is going to be available to you in another few seconds. This is the next question what I gave, right? So question here is, dear students, that if x, y are real and 9x square plus 2xy plus y square minus 92x minus 20y plus 244 equal to 0, so that x belongs to the closed interval 3, 6 and y belongs to the closed interval 1, 10. So now, dear students, so whenever you get this kind of question that you need to find the ranges of x and y from a general expression of second degree in xy or general equation of second degree in xy, okay, first and foremost thing is that same equation, whatever has been given to you, this equation has to be expressed as a quadratic equation in x and quadratic equation in y. Got it, dear students? So this equation, whatever you see, we need to express as a quadratic equation in x. So let me first express it as a quadratic equation in x. If we express this one as a quadratic equation in x, so what we are going to get, dear students, is something like this. We are going to get 9x square plus 2y minus 92. You also do along with me, dear students. 2y minus 92 into x plus y square minus 20y plus 244 equal to 0. Correct or not? Now, since x is real, definitely the discriminant of this quadratic equation in x must be greater than equal to 0. So what is that? That is equal to 2y minus 92 whole square minus 4 into a into c. 4 into 9 is 36. 36 into y square minus 20y plus 244 is equal to 0. Correct? Not just sorry, greater than equal to 0. Because the discriminant has to be greater than equal to 0 because x is real. And from here, what you can write, dear students, is that if we simplify it further, so I'm not spending that time in simplification, but if you simplify, you will get something like this: y square minus 11y plus 10 is less than equal to 0. And from here, what we can say is that we can make a middle term factorization: y minus 1 into y minus 10 is less than equal to 0. Now, dear students, remember that same point I have discussed, same point I have uttered many times in our previous classes, that x minus alpha into x minus beta less than equal to 0. That means x is in between the minimum of alpha and beta and maximum of alpha and beta. So here alpha, beta are respectively 1 and 10. So minimum between these two is 1 and maximum between these two is 10. So that means what? This means we can say that 1 less than equal to y less than equal to 10. This implies y belongs to 1 to 10. Correct, dear students? This is what we are able to prove it for the, the y part. Now, dear students, the same given equation to be expressed as an quadratic equation in y. If we express this given expression as a quadratic equation in y, how we are going to get it? Okay, dear students. So for that, what you need to do is that we need to write this is equal to y square plus 2x minus 20 plus 2x minus 20 into y plus 9x square minus 20, 92x, 9x square minus 92x plus 244 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in y. Now, according to the question, y is also real. As y is real, then what we are going to get, dear students? The discriminant of this quadratic equation in y, which what I just wrote in blue color, must be greater than equal to 0. So this implies what? From here, what you can get is that 2x minus 20, that is b square, minus 4 into a into c. A is 1, so 4 into 9x square minus 92x plus 244 is greater than equal to 0. Correct? So now let's simplify it further. So I'm not spending time on simplification like the previous one, because if you simplify, simplification, we should not spend time here, right? And what you're going to get, dear students, that you will get that x square minus 9x plus 18, x square minus 9x plus 18, we'll find this is less than equal to 0. Okay. And if we make a middle term factorization, that is by splitting the middle term, so you'll get x minus 3 into x minus 6 is less than equal to 0. The same discussion, dear students, that x minus alpha into x minus beta less than equal to 0. Then x is in between the minimum of alpha and beta and maximum of alpha and beta. So here between 3 and 6, which is minimum 3 and 6 is maximum. So from here what you can write is that 3 less than equal to x less than equal to 6. Or we can write is that x belongs to the closed interval 3, 6. And hence we are able to prove it that if xy be real and 9x square plus 2xy plus y square minus 92x minus 20y plus 240 equal to 0, so that x belongs to 3, 6 and y belongs to 1, 10. And I appreciate, Sagnik, that you complete the first part, that is y belongs to 1, 10. Okay, but you should have written only one point, discriminant should be greater than equal to 0. You wrote greater than 0. So hence you will end up with the result in open interval, but it should be closed interval. Otherwise perfectly fine. Okay, dear students, now let's come to the next question, what I gave. If you recall the next question, that and also I'm going to give you, you will be able to view it in another few seconds from now. It's something like this. The question is that if x is real and 4y square plus 4xy plus x plus 6 equal to 0. If x is real and 4y square plus 4xy plus x plus 6 equal to 0, then find the complete set of values of x for which y is real. So by looking into the statement, then find the complete set of values of x. Find the complete set of values of x for which y is real. That means we need to express this given equation as a quadratic equation in y. Why, then whatever the coefficient of y and constant term will be in x, and then it will be easier for us to find the discriminant in terms of x. So dear students, so this is the given equation, 4y square plus 4xy plus x plus 6 equal to 0. So from here, we need to express this as a quadratic equation in y. So we write 4y square plus 4 into x into y plus x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now as y is real, as y belongs to the set of real numbers, that implies what? The discriminant must be greater than equal to 0. What is the discriminant? B square. B square means what? Sorry, let me write properly. 4 into x whole square. That is 4 into x whole square. B square minus 4ac. 4 into a is 4 into c, that is x plus 6. That is greater than equal to 0. So from here, what you can get, dear students, we can take 16 common. So this implies x square minus x minus 6 is greater than equal to 0. Now the question, what you get, x square minus x minus 6 greater than equal to 0, is in your territory. Correct or not? So this implies x minus 3 into x plus 2 is greater than equal to 0. Remember, dear students, that x minus alpha into x minus beta greater than equal to 0. That means either x is less than equal to minimum of alpha and beta, or x is greater than equal to maximum of alpha and beta. If I just write, that whatever our previous knowledge is, that x minus alpha into x minus beta is greater than equal to 0. This implies either x is less than equal to minimum between alpha and beta, or x is greater than equal to maximum between alpha and beta. And this concept we are going to apply here. So what we are going to write is that x minus 3 into x minus of minus 2 greater than equal to 0. This implies either x is less than equal to minus 2 or x is greater than equal to 3. Correct or not? So what is the complete set? If we express this thing in set theoric notation, what we can write? X belongs to minus infinite to minus 2. Minus infinite obviously open interval, and minus 2 is closed interval because it is less than equal to minus 2. Union 3 to plus infinite, where 3 is the closed interval and obviously infinite should be open interval. Correct, dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sagnik, you also did it very well, but only thing is that you wrote greater than equal to 0, but finally you wrote open interval. Finishing touch, if you look into it. You wrote properly, greater than equal to 0, but when the final answer you are writing, you wrote open interval. Anyway, otherwise it is perfectly fine, perfectly well you have done it. Now let's go to the next question, dear students. The next question, what I gave is something like this, which you are going to get in another few seconds. Question is that find the greatest and the least real values of x and y satisfying the relation x square plus y square is equal to 6x minus 8y. It is a similar kind of problem what we discussed earlier today, but represented, expressed in, stated in different form. So what we get here, dear students, is that the given expression, what is the given expression here? Oh, sorry, the given equation is x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y is equal to 0. Now, this equation we need to express, as a quadratic equation in x and quadratic equation in y. First, we are going to express this as a quadratic equation in x. So then what we are going to get? X square minus 6x plus y square minus 8y is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in x. Now, as x is real, dear students, the discriminant must be greater than equal to 0, as x belongs to R. So, discriminant means what? It is minus 6 whole square minus 4 into a is 1 into c, that is y square minus 8y should be greater than equal to 0. From here what we get, dear students? 36 minus, so we can take 4 common, so then we get 9 minus y square plus 8y is greater than equal to 0. So from here we can write, let's make coefficient of y square is positive. So y square minus 8y minus 9 less than equal to 0, because we are multiplying both sides of the inequality by -1, which is a negative number. Hence, the sign of inequality gets changed. So it gets changed from greater than equal to 0 to less than equal to 0. After that, what we need to do, dear students, we need to make a middle term factorization. So 1 minus 9 into y plus 1 is less than equal to 0. Minus y minus 9y. So let me check whether I did correct or not. Minus y square plus y square minus 8y. Correct. So from here what we get, dear students, that y minus 9 into y minus of minus 1 is less than equal to 0. Okay, I made a mistake here. What is the mistake I have done, you know? So minus 6x, it should be plus 8y. So it should be plus 8y. It is plus 8y. So eventually it should be minus 8y. So it should be plus 8y. So plus 8y means it should be plus 9, and as it is minus, so it should be minus here. So this means last line I need to remove and I need to write once more. Okay. So dear students, as I suggest that you also do along with me, so that this kind of silly mistake what I made is not coming to you. And y minus 1 less than equal to 0. So this implies what? Recall, x minus alpha into x minus beta less than equal to 0. That means either, x is in between the minimum of alpha and beta and maximum of alpha and beta. That means minus 9 less than equal to y less than equal to 1. That is the ranges of values of y we got, dear students. So what is the greatest value of y? Is 1. And least value of y is what? Minus. So from y we are able to find it out. In the same manner, dear students, the same expression you need to, same equation you need to express in terms of as a quadratic equation in y. So if we write this thing, what will be y square plus 8 into y plus x square minus 6x is equal to 0. Now as y belongs to R, that is set of real number, definitely the discriminant of this quadratic equation in y must be greater than equal to 0. Correct or not, dear students? So that means what? What is the discriminant? It is 8 square minus 4 into 1 into x square minus 6x is greater than equal to 0. So from here what we get, dear students? 16 minus x square plus 6x is greater than equal to 0. Correct, no? So this implies, it is better to make the coefficient of x square positive. So we should multiply both sides by minus 1, and hence we get x square minus 6x minus 16 is less than equal to 0. And if we make a splitting of the middle term, so what we get? X minus 8 into x plus 2 is less than equal to 0. This implies x minus 8 into x minus 2 is less than equal to 0. Now, dear students, the same statement what I said at least 3 to 4 times today during the class, and it is also, I will also tell in future as well, because this is very important. X minus alpha into x minus beta less than equal to 0. That means x is in between the minimum of alpha and beta and maximum of alpha and beta. So this implies what we get, dear students, that minus 2 less than equal to x less than equal to 8. Hence we get the least value of x is minus 2 and greatest value of x is 8. And previously we already found it out. The least value of y is minus 9 and greatest value of y is 1. Correct, dear students? Now let's come to the next question what I gave. Okay, and this question you have done very well, Sagnik. Appreciate, very well done. Now the next question what we are going to do is the following. I think this question I have not given you, but we can do together. Correct, not dear students? These are the last question I gave, no? Can someone please confirm that this was the last question I gave?
The previous one was the last one.
Yeah, previous one was the last one. Okay. Now let's solve together. Okay, we'll discuss and solve this question together. That if x, y, z are three real numbers such that x plus y plus z equal to 4 and x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 6, then so that each of x, y, and z lie in the closed interval 2 by 3, 2. If you look into this problem, dear students, apparently it looks like it is different than, the problems whatever we have solved today. Because here there are two equations given. One is that x plus y plus z equal to 4 and x square plus y square plus z square equal to 6. And dear students, whenever you get this kind of question, that when there are two equations given and you need to find that, the ranges of x and y, okay, so that both the equations get satisfied, it is better to, first express, these two equations in three variables to a equation in one variable. Okay. So what I wanted to mean by that, so let me write it down and exactly express in writing so that you understood what I said in the last 1 minute. So we have x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 6. Correct, na, dear students? Now, what is x plus y plus z? X plus y plus z is equal to given as 4. So instead of z in this equation, we can write 4 minus x plus y. So we can write x square plus y square plus 4 minus x minus y whole square is equal to 6. Correct, dear students? Now, the moment you write like this, the question becomes to our territory. Our territory means this kind of problem we have done earlier. And what we are going to get out of it, dear students, so let's express it. And if you simplify, and we can make it as a quadratic equation in x. Let's express this as a quadratic equation in x. If we make it is a quadratic equation in x, so it will be x square plus y minus 4 into x plus y square minus 4y plus 5 equal to 0. With simplification, you will get it, dear students. Now, x is real. As x belongs to the set of real numbers, definitely discriminant has to be greater than equal to 0. What is discriminant, dear students? B square minus 4ac. Discriminant greater than equal to 0, that means what? That is y minus 4 whole square b square minus 4 into a is 1, and c is y square minus 4y plus 5 is greater than equal to 0. If you simplify it further, dear students, you will get that minus 3y square plus 8y minus 4 is greater than equal to 0. And always try to make it the coefficient of y square is positive. So 3y square minus 8y plus 4 is less than equal to 0. And we can make a middle term factorization, dear students. So if we make a middle term factorization, so we get 3y square minus 6y minus 2y plus 4 is less than equal to 0. So you get 3y common, then y minus 2, minus 2 common, y minus 2 less than equal to 0. So this implies 3y minus 2 into y minus 2 is less than equal to 0. So what we can do, dear students, it is better to take 3 common. So then what we can write, y minus 2 by 3 into y minus 2 is less than 0, because 3 is positive. If you divide both sides of the inequality by 3, that inequality remains the same. So what we get, y minus 2 by 3 into y minus 2 less than equal to 0. Now the same discussion, dear student, that that x minus alpha into x minus beta is less than equal to 0. That means x is in between the minimum of alpha and beta and maximum of alpha and beta. So from here what we can conclude? From here we can conclude that 2 by 3 less than equal to y less than equal to 2. So that we are able to prove it for y. In the same manner, dear students, you need to express, the way you see that I have expressed this as a quadratic equation in x. Okay. Similarly, you need to make a quadratic equation in y and quadratic equation in z. And then you'll find that if you make a quadratic equation in from here, if you make a quadratic equation in y, okay, then you'll find the ranges of values of x in the same manner, exactly following the same step what I have done it here. You will find that 2 by 3 is less than equal to x less than equal to 2. And similar manner, if you express in terms of x and z, okay, just eradicating y, you get a quadratic equation in x and z. So from that, you express this as a quadratic equation in x, and you find the values of ranges of z, and you will get it is at 2 by 3 less than equal to z less than equal to 2. I am not doing here because this is quite obvious, because you should spend time in solving new problems so that you can better utilize my time. But this is the same process you need to follow. You can do it, and do let me know if you find anything different. You can always be in touch with me. So this is all about, as long as the assignment questions are concerned. Now, dear students, I would like to give you a couple of questions. Please open your notebook and solve along with me. I'm just going to give you a couple of questions, and you'll find those questions interesting to solve. Okay, dear students, from theory of equations, because we should solve this, we should start solving these kind of equations, once our DPPs are done. Just give me a minute to give you back the question first. Okay, the first question what you see, dear students, is in front of you. Please solve it and do let me know your answer, dear students. Got it? Do you want me to solve it? Divansu, what happened? What is the answer you got, dear students?
I got
No, that's
B.
fine.
You got
B.
a square minus 2b square?
Yes, sir.
Yep, that is the correct one. Divansu, you also got the same thing?
Sir, just 1 second.
Okay, okay, sure. So you can take the approach. The approach should be, that how we can express that alpha square plus alpha square plus beta square in terms of alpha beta and alpha plus beta. Because the moment you know the roots of this equation, let me use a different color. The moment you know the roots of this equation, that x square minus ax plus b equal to 0 or alpha beta, then one thing you are sure that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, that is a, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a, that is equal to b square. Now from these two, what you need to find the value of alpha square plus beta square? So a square
Yes,
plus,
I got a square minus 2b square.
okay, good. So as you see that as I start doing, so let me complete a plus b whole square minus 2 into alpha into beta. So that is alpha plus beta is a square minus 2b square. Hence we get the correct option as B. Correct. Good. So this is a similar question. Look into this question, dear students. If the roots of the equation x square plus 2bx plus c equal to 0 are alpha and beta, then b square minus c is equal to what? We need to find it out. Okay, what happened? So what is the approach you are taking, dear students? The approach here should be that if someone is able to do it, please do let me know your answer. According to the question, alpha and beta roots of this equation, x square plus 2bx plus c equal to 0. So what we get? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2b, and alpha into beta is equal to c. Now what we need to find? B square minus c. So the moment we found that alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2b, so from here what we get? Beta b is equal to minus of alpha plus beta by 2, and c already given beta, c is given as alpha into beta. So from these two, what we can find, dear students, is that b square minus c. B square means what? Minus of alpha plus beta by 2 whole square, that is b square minus c. So this is equal to what? Alpha plus beta by 2 whole square. I'm sorry, minus c. So instead of c, I should write alpha into beta. Correct? No? So minus alpha into beta. So this is equal to what? Alpha plus beta whole square alpha plus beta whole square. If we simplify it, so in the denominator we will get 4, and we get alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Dear students, if you recall this formula, alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, that is a plus b whole square minus 4ab, that is nothing but a minus b whole square. Na? So alpha minus beta whole square divided by 4, and eventually we get the correct option as a. I hope you got it, or someone is not able to.
Yes, sir.
Got it? Great, great, very good. So I'm just giving the problem of the level 1. So later, as we proceed, I will give you problem of little different type. Okay. So for example, if you look into this question, is that if A, B, C are positive numbers in a GP, then the roots of the quadratic equation log A base E x square minus 2 log B base E x plus log C base E is equal to 0 are what? If A, B, C are positive numbers in a GP, then the roots of the quadratic equation are in are what? We need to find it out. Okay, good question. That is also a very good question. You need to apply the concept of logarithm, what we have learned, dear students. If you want to recap on whatever we discussed in logarithms, you can just either go to that online platform, or you can just go to YouTube and search KonarClasses logarithms. Then you'll find the logarithms related lecture available. Okay. Anyway, now let's solve it together. Okay, dear students, so let me help you solving this question. One thing from that out of these four options, what we see, dear students, is that, you know, that either 1 or -1 is given as a root, correct? Na? So we need to leverage that, and we need to find it out that if we apply x equal to 1 in this given equation, what we are going to get. Okay, so if we apply, this is the given equation. Here we are applying x is equal to 1, dear students. Let's see what happens. If we apply x equal to 1, then you are going to get log a base e minus 2 log b base e plus log c base e is equal to 0. So from here what we can say, log a base e plus log c base e, that means log of a into c base e is equal to log of b square base e, because we know that 2 log b is equal to log b square, that is m log n is equal to log n to the power m. So from here what we can say, dear students, b square is equal to ac. That implies a, b, c are in GP. So what we see, dear students, a, b, c are in GP. That means that we are able to satisfy the given condition of the question, because the question starts with the statement, if ABC are positive numbers in a GP. That means what? That means we can say, yep, it is x is equal to 1 is a root to this equation. So from here we are confirmed that either option B or option C is going to be correct. Correct. So I'm just not only solving it, with this solution I'm just going to tell you that how to eliminate out of these four options. So one thing is pakka sure, is that x is equal to 1 is a root to this equation. This implies that x is equal to 1 is a root of the given equation. Now the question is that, what is the other root? Let the other root be alpha. So from here I am just coming. Let, because it is a quadratic equation in x, so it has at most two roots. If one root is a, let the other root be alpha. Then from the relationship between the roots and coefficient, what we can say, 1 plus alpha is equal to 2 log b base e divided by log of a base e. I hope you are getting my point, dear students. Correct or not? So from here what we get? From here what we get, dear students, that is equal to log of b square base e divided by log of a base e. Correct? Now, what is log of b square? B square is equal to a into c. Correct or not? So from here, let me write it down. See, 1 plus alpha is equal to log of e into b square is equal to what? B square is equal to a into c divided by log of a base e. Now this is equal to what? Log of m into n equal to log m plus log n. We learned from that formula. So we apply this one here. So that implies log a base e plus log of c base e divided by log of a base e. From here what we get, dear students? 1 plus alpha is equal to log a base e by log a base c. That is equal to what? That is equal to 1. Correct or not, dear students? Okay. And so from here, what we are going to get is that log a base c by log a base c is 1 plus log c base c by log a base c. Log of c base e divided by log of a base c. That means what? Log of c base a. Correct, dear students, if you recall the logarithmic property. So 1 got cancelled from both the sides, so that is equal to log of c base a. So this is another root. And other root we already found x equal to 1, and eventually we get option C as the correct one. So dear students, with this I would like to conclude the class for today. So please keep on continuing solving the DPPs, and we will resume our class tomorrow. Thank you very much.